guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be me testing out overhyped makeup, meaning you've seen it all over the internet, and we need to find out if it is worth your money. So I have like the new Too Faced, the new KKW X MARIO, the new Bretman X Morphe. A lot of these are collabs. Anyways, I picked the stuff that is just like so talked about right now, and you're just like, girl, is it worth my dollar bill, yo? Anyways, I'm gonna try to get this video up today. It's Saturday, I'm filming. They're drilling stuff upstairs right now, hanging stuff on the wall. So I'm like, please, try to be quiet, please. Oh, I forgot my Dr. Pepper. So I guess we need to just jump right in and get started. But without further ado, I'm gonna sing my subscribe song and then we'll do the thing. Be sure and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Now let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. Where shall we begin? I think we'll begin with this Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. This is their Filler Finishing Protective Primer. So it's supposed to protect your skin from the environment, but it's also supposed to be pore filling. Oh my God, I hope you guys don't hear the drilling. It's gonna be so annoying. It also smells like the Tatcha skincare, which I love the smell of, and I'm not gonna lie, I've used it before. Let me just tell you, I have too much on my hand. Let me just also tell you, I love it so much. I mean, it is supposed to protect your skin against the environment, and just real tea, like, I don't know if it does. I don't know. Okay, maybe it does. I live in Smog City, LA, so hopefully it does. But as far as the way it makes your foundation look on top of it, it makes your skin look really beautiful. I love that part of it. It also comes in this cool little unique packaging. Next up, we have the Cover FX Power Play. Now, I've seen this on every YouTuber or Instagrammer's Snapchat and IG story, this foundation, and I've seen it everywhere, but I truly haven't heard a lot about it per se. I don't really know like if it's good or not. And it comes with a little pump. I think Cover FX makes really good like base products for your face. So we're gonna squeegee out some. I don't even know. Ooh, it's kind of thick, which I like. Got some on my Y6 brush. This is overhyped, but you know what? It's worth the hype. Okay, here we go. Let's just start stippling that out. I picked a good shade. I picked G plus 50. Got a lot of shades in this, so come out, you little shit. She likes to think she's this tan, but she ain't. I like the foundation so far. It is more of a medium coverage, not really a full coverage foundation, but it does blend out really nicely on the skin, and it feels good. So, you know, I'm here for it so far. I think it's a pretty good foundation. I don't really think it's that full coverage, but it has a lot of pigment and color to it. So far, not so bad. Okay, let me put on my brows. I think we should just go ahead and do our eyeshadow because, girl, I know you're waiting for me to dive in and tell you the tea on this. Here's the palette. This is what it looks like. You get 10 shades. It's 45 bucks. You get some pretty gold and bronzy colors, as well as a blue and a purple, and then a good matte transition shade, a red matte, as well as a dark brown matte, and then some great brow bone colors. It is great packaging. First shade I'm gonna go in is this cream color right here, and I always like to go in with these shades just to soften up the crease area. And I use the M573 brush to do that with. So next I'm gonna move on to my typical R39 brush, and I'm gonna go in with the transition shade, which is this caramel brown shade. So far they're blending really nicely. The mattes seem to be very soft and pressed well into the palette, and they do have a lot of pigment. What I like to do here is just take a little on my blending brush, and I like to just sweep back and forth like in windshield wiper motions. And I'll take this color and I'll just put it all the way from inner to outer corner, because I'm just going to use it as my transition today. Girl, you know I can't help myself. I have to tap into this red shade and tap off the excess. I'm just going to use my same brush right here, and I'm also just going to pop this into the crease I feel like these colors are blending out so nicely, as you can see on my eye. They're not too dry. So I think this palette is really nice. I mean, I swatched a couple of the blue and shimmers and purples for you guys on IG story, and they felt really nice and creamy, very pigmented. The palette is 45 bucks for 10 shades. These colors have been seen before, but I just truly feel like if Mario and Kim came out with like some foil, duochrome, crazy colors, I don't really think that it would make much sense for that to be their collab palette, since you never see Kim wear those colors. I think it makes sense to create a palette of colors that Kim wears, whereas that just happens to be a lot of neutrals, but you do get 2 pops of color here. Sometimes I just see people get so upset, and I'm like, but guys, it's like their collab palette, you know, it's, of course it's gonna be the neutral colors that he uses on her. I mean, that way it makes sense, but you know, guys, just really think about it. I mean, you know, for yourself, are you a fan of them? If so, then get it as a collector's item. Do you already have all these colors? Wait till her next palette drops. I think makeup's supposed to be fun, and sometimes it seems to be getting a little overwhelming and people get upset, but I just want to keep the fun in makeup, and remember, it's all for fun, and if you like it or if you're a fan, then get it, and if you don't, then, you know, just keep moving past it. There's stuff launching all the time. I'm sure she'll launch more palettes that you may fall in love with and may have more fun colors. I feel like I have to tap into this blue color because it's just like the highlight of the palette. As you can see on my brush, it's just like picks up so much color. So that is just a little light brush swatch, whoops, of the color. All right, there is a finger swatch. Whew, really pretty. So I'm just gonna put this blue. Have you guys been looking at the little booger right here the whole entire video? I am so sorry. That's disturbing and distracting and gross. I just feel like I should put this blue everywhere because it's so pretty. Just happen to a little bit of the blue on a blender brush just to soften up the edges. All right, the top of our eyes are done. I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer, and I figure why not use the KKW overhyped concealer, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. So if you guys haven't seen it, I did a full review video on it, so check it out if you guys want to see more on her whole collection. I do feel like the makeup line is dropping a lot of makeup really quickly, which is interesting. So I do get when people get overwhelmed whenever like so much product launches. Like I totally get it because it's just like, whoa, that's a lot. But I do like the palette, and I did like these concealers. However, like I totally understand like these, for the price, like you only get a tiny bit of product, so it's kind of like not a lot of powder, because my powder, I don't know, I just use like a lot of baking powder, and the little jar is so tiny, so I just feel like you have to be careful with that. So this is the powder. I liked it a lot. I used the shade number 2, but again, like this jar is so small. It is 18 bucks, which is a lot cheaper than my Laura Mercier, so I give her that. But as I was saying, it's just like not a lot of product, so I'm like, I just know I'm gonna burn through this and like be done with it in no time. I baked just a little bit, you know. I didn't want to go overboard. I just baked my whole entire face. I love baking so much, but I have found that like after I bake, really setting my face with like MAC Fix Plus or something, it helps to melt the bacon so my face doesn't feel so dry or look so like the Sahara Desert. Next up, Too Faced came out with the Natural Collection, and can I just say the packaging is so pretty. Like, it is beautiful, and I've seen lots of reviews of this and it's hyped up already, so I really want to try it out and see the quality of the makeup. This makeup definitely reminds me of, of the old school Too Faced that just had such good quality and was so beautiful. Ugh, I love this Too Faced. So I'm really excited to try out this bronzer. I'm gonna take an R14 brush, which is one of my favorite bronzer brushes, and I'm using the Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer. So it's very pigmented. I feel like I do this a lot where I have a heavy hand with bronzer and I always immediately regret it. I truly feel like this bronzer has like so much pigment in it, almost more pigment than the original Soleil bronzer, so just be careful with that. Other than that, I really think it's beautiful. So I'm gonna go into this natural face palette, and I'm gonna use this as my blush today. I'm gonna take a E4 blush. Oh my god, so much came off. Okay, we better mix shades because I ain't trying to get crazy up in here. Yeah, the blush is beautiful. It's like a nice little wash of color. Also, here are some swatches of the highlight shades out of this natural face palette. They're like both iridescent. One's pink and one's more of a white gold, but they're both really pretty. Then for highlighter, we have the beautiful Babe in Paradise palette from Morphe x Bretman. I think I'm gonna put on the gold shade. I'm such a sucker for really beautiful gold highlight. Oh, that gold shade might be a little deep actually. Okay, I'm actually gonna go in with this middle shade. Okay. Girl, she loves the highlight, so now I'm gonna go ahead and spritz all of my face. And then for the first time ever, I'm gonna try out the Smashbox Super Fanned Out Mascara. Here's our little wand. It's like the plasticky one. Wow, I hate myself today. So I like the mascara. I feel like my lashes, as you guys know, they just grow downward and there's nothing I can do about that. So I don't feel like it really lifted them like too crazy, but I do feel like it really like fanned them out, which is what it says it does. I feel like they're like really spread out, dried pretty fast, so you don't have to worry about it getting clumpy. So I did like that about the mascara. It's time for a lash. You guys knew it was coming. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back in with that middle brown shade and an M210 brush. I'm gonna take our lovely blue shade and just start, whoops. Okay. For my lower lash mascara, I swear to you, this is like the most hyped up thing ever. It's the Extended Play Gigablack Lash Mascara from MAC. So I'm gonna try it out on my lower lash line. I just ordered this the other day. I feel like it did really well on my lower lashes, and I feel like it like snatched them up. Yeah, I like it. Take an M421 brush in this color right here, the lightest shimmery color. Put it right there in that inner corner. I'm also gonna pop some on my brow bone as well. Her collection has 2 lip glosses. One is Juicy, one is Super Nude. Juicy is the pink and Super Nude is the Super Nude color. The Mario Kim also has a Classic K nude lipstick, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. I think this is just like a really pretty nude color. I definitely feel like I've seen this nude color on Kim a time or two, so it's really pretty on. And yeah, I think this is the final, like, is it? Do I have my brows on this time? Do you guys remember that time I did a tutorial and forgot to put brows on because I'm crazy? Guys, what do you think of the look? I think it looks very pretty, very blue. Ooh. Everything worked out really well. I do kind of think they changed the formula of this, but I still liked it. The foundation, it's really pretty and it kind of dried down. Well, I did set it, but it did dry down pretty matte. It's not that full coverage, so if I'm wanting to be like a lighter glam, I would probably go for that. It's like a good medium coverage foundation. I did like the mascara. So now I put it out there for you guys to decide for yourselves if you like it, if it's worth your dollar bills. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure and subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I'll see, oh, turn those notifications on, girl. You better, because if you don't, you might not see my next video. Anyways, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, my darlings.